Hi everyone, thanks so much for watching. In today's video, I'm gonna do a full face of ColourPop and I'm so excited for this video. So I ordered from ColourPop and it comes in this pretty box like this. Now some products I did have, but some other products I ordered because I wanted, of course, to do a full face. So some of the things that I already owned were the Pretty Fresh foundation. I had a couple of lip products. I had a mascara that is purple. I have this blush. It's doesn't come in a compact, so it's a refill like that. I had a palette that I received probably in a BoxyCharm, and then I had a Super Shock highlight and a Super Shock shadow. So some of the things that I ordered, first of all, it comes so nicely packaged when you order from there, and then really securely wrapped, and then inside it came with this little card that says Happy Holidays. Okay, so I ordered the setting mist, the primer, I ordered a concealer, a bronzer, a finishing powder, and a sponge. So I'm gonna go wet this to start with. So I'll show you what it looks like before. Comes in this cute little, all the packaging is so pretty for ColourPop. If you're not familiar, they're drugstore price products, probably a little bit cheaper than like a L'Oreal product, closer to maybe CoverGirl, I would say. Fairly inexpensive for their products. They have the ColourPop is the makeup, and then they have skincare and body products as well. And I do own a few of their body products, and I think one of their facial mists. So anyways, I love ColourPop stuff. So far, so good with it. So let me go wet this sponge and then we'll get started. So it didn't really plump up very much when I got it wet, but it feels nice. It feels like a soft sponge. So to start with, I'm gonna go in with the Pretty Fresh Hydrating Hyaluronic Primer. It's gonna be hard to see because it kind of washes it out a little bit there, but pull it out of here. So it looks like that. And the claims on this were that it was hydrating. You're supposed to apply evenly over clean or moisturized skin, followed with Pretty Fresh HA Tinted Moisturizer. Well, that's actually what I have, so that works out really well. Lightweight hydrating primer that refreshes and preps skin for makeup application. Well, let's give it a shake. Pump some out here. Doesn't have a scent. Let's start with one pump and see. So I have already done all of my morning skincare. So I am already very well hydrated, but my skin is very dry, so it never hurts to put another layer. It maybe has a slight scent now that it's on, but it is very light. That just is gone into my skin. It's a little bit tacky, and I can feel that it's drying down, but it feels really nice. Yeah, I really like that. It does feel a little bit tacky, but nothing uncomfortable or that I notice now unless I'm touching my skin. So that feels really nice. And then I'm gonna go in with the Hyaluronic Acid Tinted Moisturizer. I have this in light 5N. I've had this for a while and I've used it a few times. It's a very light coverage foundation. So I did do 2 pumps. We'll see how much of this we need. I'm just gonna dot it around like I normally do. I do have a mirror down here that I'm looking into as well. Okay, I'll just use the rest of that on my sponge here. This also doesn't really have much of a scent. And the few times I've used it, I've noticed it's a very, very light coverage. It reminds me of the CoverGirl Clean Fresh Milk Foundation. Is that what that's called? This has that same very, very light coverage. But it blends very easy, and I feel like that's a good shade match for me. So you can see very, very light coverage, which I like that. I don't like a really heavy foundation look. The sponge did a really nice job. I will say it's kind of small. I prefer a bigger sponge because I find these smaller ones a little bit harder to hold. But it did a really nice job of blending that out. Okay, and then I'm gonna go in with concealer. So I stuck with this Pretty Fresh. This is the Hyaluronic Creamy Concealer. So I stuck with these, you know, they're hydrating stuff. They do have mattifying products as well, but I didn't try those. And I got this in the shade Light 40N. And I feel like this is gonna be too dark. So hard to know online. And I think this was one of the lightest colors. Oh my goodness, that I think is darker than the foundation. Let's put a little foundation next to it so we can see. Oh, it's way darker. Oops. So the bottom one is the foundation and that's the concealer. Yeah, that is very, very dark. That's interesting because I have 5N in the foundation and 40N. I feel like that should be lighter. Okay, well, we'll try it knowing that it's probably not gonna look great, but just so we can see how the product applies. I'm not sure I want my eyes to be darker than the rest of my face, but at least we can see how it applies and how it looks. So I just put a little bit top and bottom like I normally do with my concealer. And I do usually blend it in with a sponge, so we'll see how that goes. Well, I think coverage-wise, that's quite nice. It is, again, it's light coverage, but it does feel hydrating. I don't feel like it's dry around my eyes. And actually, when it's on there, I do prefer my eyes to be a little bit lighter and more brightened up, but it's not horrible, I don't think. Yeah, and it does feel good. I don't see any creasing yet. So I am gonna go over it with a little bit of a lighter concealer. I'm just gonna go in with the Clinique one, just to brighten it up because I am gonna go out here and I do prefer it to be a little bit brighter. So that foundation does feel a little bit tacky. It's not dried down completely. So I'm gonna finish with the other cream products I have, and then we'll go in with the powder products. So I do have one of their Super Shock highlighters. This is in Lunch Money. If you're not familiar with the Super Shock formula, I don't know how to describe it. It's a fluffy cream powder product. It's a very strange texture, but you can see I've really used this. I don't know if you'll be able to see, but I've hit pan on this product. So that's what it looks like there. And typically what I do with this for highlight is I just take it on my sponge and go in where I want to highlight. And it is very, very pretty. I really like this product. And they had a whole bunch of shades in this. And you could even, I've used this for an eyeshadow topper as well, and it works really well for that. I don't know if the camera will pick up, if the lighting will pick up the shimmer there, but very, very pretty. I really like that. And again, they had tons of shades in it. So for bronzer, I did grab, now I don't think they had a cream bronzer in the ColourPop range, and I want to say that maybe their bronzers were sold out, because what I picked up was this Face and Body Bronzing Balm, and Soul Body is one of their sister brands. So let's open it up and take a look. I have seen other people review this and really, really like it as a cream bronzer product. I wonder if there were different shades, what shade I got. Oh, I got it in light, so there must only be a few. So it comes like that. So I'm just gonna go in with my sponge. Let's maybe just see. It's quite a firm product. Oh, it's very, very pigmented. So actually what I think I'm gonna do is just use what's on my finger and on my hand here. And just go in like that. Oh my goodness, that has so much pigment. We are going to be blending for a bit. Because it's a little deep, I'm just going to go over it with my what's left of foundation on my sponge here to try to lighten that out a little bit. I do feel like that was really pretty and it did blend out really well. This is going to last forever because I barely touched this, and you know, so pigmented. So I think the light was the lightest one that they had, and I probably wouldn't use this on my body because I'm not bronzing on my body typically, but yeah, so far so good with that. I don't mind that at all. So I'm gonna powder now because the blush I have to use is a powder blush. So I got the No Filter Setting Loose Setting Powder, and this is in translucent. And again, there were different shades in this. No Filter Loose Setting Powder, translucent. So the container looks like that. And then it has one of these turnstile ones with the holes on one side. I'm just going to put a little bit in the cap here. So it does feel very, very finely milled. Oh, it's very soft. Let me grab a brush. I'm just going to focus it mostly on my T-zone. That's typically where I powder. So that powder is very nice. I really like that. It didn't make my skin look heavy or cakey, just set everything. I feel like that tinted moisturizer needed that a little bit, but of course depending on how dry your skin is, but it feels very nice now. It feels set. So I'm going to go in with the blush. Now, I ordered this quite a while ago, actually, from ColourPop, and it's the Pressed Powder Cheek, and I don't know what shade this is. Why Hello, it says on the back. So when I ordered this, I thought I was getting like a blush in a compact online. I didn't realize it's just a refill, and I don't have anything to put it in, and every time I've gone on the ColourPop website, I see that they have compacts to put these in, but they've been sold out. So for that, I don't use this because it sits in my drawer and I don't want to pull it out because it's a hassle. So unfortunately, although it's a beautiful color, I haven't got a ton of use out of it. So I'm just going to take it on a fluffy brush like I normally do with my blushes and just pat it on to start and see. I mean, it is very pretty. Like, I really like it. What I need to do is find something to put it in. But again, I know you can get Z palettes, but I don't want to get a whole big Z palette for one blush shade. Well, that's very pretty. I really like that. That's a very pretty shade, and it really blends out easy. Doesn't skip or catch. Yeah, that's really pretty. So for eyes, I have a couple of options. I do have this palette that's called the Golden State of Mind. And again, I think I got this in a BoxyCharm like forever ago. This is probably the first thing I ever received from ColourPop. I wasn't familiar with the brand prior to that at all. And these are all shimmer shades. I have used this a little bit actually because they're quite pretty. But also I have one of these Super Shock shadows, which I feel like for most of us who don't wear a lot of shadow all the time, and I'm not great at doing shadow, I want something very simple, and I love this for that. So typically, I'm going to use this today just to show you how easy it is. I just go in with a little bit like this on my finger, and honestly, this is all I do, and it just adds a beautiful light and shimmer effect, and it couldn't be easier. And this comes in tons of shades. So this shade that I have is Sailor. So all I have for mascara is this purple one, and I bought this again a long time ago. I just thought it would be fun to use. I mean, not that long ago. It smells fine. We'll use it today, but after today I probably shouldn't use it anymore. But what I found when I used this was it didn't really show up as purple. So what I think I'm gonna do today is I'm gonna go in with a white base first and see if we can get that to show up a little bit more. And also, I forgot to get a brow product, or there might not have been any brow products. I can't remember. So I think what I'll do is I'll just go in quick here and do my brows, and then come back and we can try some of these other products. So to do my brows, I just quickly went in with the e.l.f. Precision Brush, Ultra Precise Brow Pencil, and their clear brow gel as well. Okay, let's see if we can get this mascara to show up a little bit here for us. So this is the L'Oreal Voluminous Primer. I really like this one. L'Oreal makes another one that goes with their Lash Paradise line that I prefer, but I couldn't find that when I needed it. So I just grabbed this one. I'm just gonna do a quick coat of this. And then I typically go in pretty quickly after with my mascaras. I don't let this dry down. I go in while it's still fairly wet on the lashes, because I find if I let it dry down, it makes my lashes look crusty, which I don't want crusty lashes, so I go in pretty quick. Okay, this is very thick, this ColourPop one, and it has a nice thick brush. And I don't remember what I thought of it as a mascara, but how pretty to have a pop of color if it shows up at all. Okay, well there's after one coat. I don't know, it doesn't really do much, which is what I thought the first time I tried it. And it is starting to smell a little bit like Play-Doh, so I'm not sure how eye safe this is. It definitely has a Play-Doh smell, but we will push through here. Yeah, I don't know. It's not doing very much. Let me try to dip in and really work it in there and get a good amount on. Well, it doesn't do very much and I can't really see it, and I feel like even just as a mascara, it's not great. So I'm gonna go ahead and just do the same to the other eye just so it's done and they're the same. And then I'll probably go over it with my Lash Paradise just to darken them up a little bit because I like a nice full lash. So there's both eyes done. They're just okay, not great. I feel like if I get up close, I can see that little bit of purple, but you know, and I think these did come in other colors when I ordered this, but I thought, you know, the purple would be subtle, which it is. So anyways, I'm just gonna go over this with my Lash Paradise and see if I can darken them up and make them a little more bold. Okay, well that might have helped a little bit. So I'm gonna go in and just clean up any little spots of mascara I have, and then I'll come back and we will do lips and setting spray. Okay, well the girls wanted to say hi, so here's Lou. Oh, look out. And here's Bert. Oh, Albie, this little nugget here, she is our older dog. She's 13. We had her at the vet yesterday and she has to have some teeth out. So the poor little thing. Anyways, don't you, Bert? Yeah. Okay, now for lips, I have a couple of options. I have this So Juicy gloss. It says it's a plumping gloss. It's not. And it's in the shade Roundabout. And this, I think I did actually order both of these. I don't think these came in a subscription box. And then this other one is an ultra glossy lip, and it's in the shade Aquarius. Are you gonna sit down or you want down? You're gonna lay down? You're gonna go? Okay, so let's try the gloss, the plumping gloss first. It has a pepperminty scent. I'm always buying these plumping glosses hoping that I'll get dog hair. Nice full lips. No, they just, none of them work. So this one does tingle a little bit. It's a very, very mild tingle. Can hardly feel it actually, but it's a pretty gloss color. It's just sort of a My Lips but better color. It does have a minty taste, so it's nice. It's not sticky. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with it. It's just not plumping. And then the Ultra Glossy Lip, it's a very similar shade for sure. And it does have a brush applicator, which I don't like. I prefer a doe foot. So let's put a little of this over top. I don't know if it's ultra glossy. It is glossy, but anyways, again, it's fine. Both of those are fine. They're not my favorite, but there's nothing wrong with them. They feel comfortable on my lips. I like the shades, they're neutral shades for my skin tone. Again, just sort of My Lips but better color. So I like them, but I don't use them, to be honest. Okay, I'm gonna go in now with the setting mist. I was excited to try this because I do use one of their skin mists in my evening routine, and I really enjoy it. So I was hoping that the setting mist would be nice as well. So this is the HA Setting Mist. It says a microfine refreshing setting mist that hydrates for healthy looking skin. Well, who doesn't want that? Shake and hold 6 to 8 inches away from face, close eyes, mist directly onto skin. Use after makeup or mist throughout the day as needed. So it looks like that. I love the packaging on all of this. Like, it's so consistent. It's really pretty. So we'll give it a good shake. I don't see any glitter in there. Sometimes these sprays can have a bit of glitter. So let's get the mister going. Oh, that is really nice. It has a soft coconut smell. And I do love a face mist, and I do go in really heavy. Oh, that's really nice. I'm just gonna give it a fan, which I don't have a fan, so I'll just use this palette. It feels really nice. It's a very soft scent. And then typically when it's almost dry, I'll take my sponge and I just sort of pat over any setting mist I use, just to make sure I don't have any big droplets on my face. Well, that's really nice. I like that. Just a regular, everyday, great to have setting mist. It doesn't claim that it gives any longevity to your makeup, but because my skin is so dry, I just appreciate anything that helps hydrate. So I really like that. I do like this tinted moisturizer. It's not one that I use every day because it is such light coverage. And although I don't want full coverage, I do prefer a little more coverage than this. And then for the concealer, I do feel like it is getting a little bit cakey around my eyes, but is that this, or is it because I added another one on top of it? This is not the right shade for me. I definitely need a few shades lighter, but I'll use this probably. I'll try to use it up as not necessarily a foundation, but to touch up blemishes, or maybe even in conjunction with this to help add a little coverage, a little extra coverage when I need. What else did I use? Oh, the primer. I really liked the primer. I'm glad I got this. I'm excited to have it and keep using it. I love hydrating primers. That's definitely my favorite. The sponge was okay, but I prefer something a little bit bigger just to hold, just for, you know, the mechanics of it. I prefer something bigger. I already knew I loved the Super Shock highlighters. Those are great. The Super Shock eyeshadows are great. This powder is really nice. I'll definitely keep trying that. Hard to see there, but yeah, I really liked the powder. The cream bronzer, again, I'll have this for the rest of my life, but really nice. Very, very pigmented, so go in easy. This blush I already knew I really liked. I just need to find something to put it in so that I use it, because as it is right now, I keep it in this, and I don't use it because it's a hassle to pull it in and out. The setting mist I really liked. The mascara, not my favorite. I'm not sure about their other mascaras. The thing with ColourPop is they release so much all the time new releases, but their staple products, I feel like when I go on the website, lots of them are sold out all the time. So, you know, not all of this is easy to get. Again, it's affordable makeup. I have tried some of their body products. I have tried a face mist from their skincare line, and I've really been happy with almost all the things I've tried from ColourPop. The lip glosses that I have, not my favorite, but nothing wrong with them either. And they feel very comfortable on my lips right now. So thanks so much for watching, everyone. I hope you enjoyed this full face of ColourPop makeup. I enjoyed trying these products. I was excited to order them. They did take a little while to get here because I live in Canada, so shipping does take a few weeks. I think it actually took 3 weeks, but I'm filming this just after Christmas. So anyways, I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for watching. If you did enjoy it, I would appreciate a thumbs up. If you're not subscribed and you would subscribe, that would be amazing. Thanks everyone. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.